What do you need? Yours. Wait. Look there.
Eh?
Good thinking.
Word and rock! Woohoo! Got him.
Se fuerzan rojo.
Be on seat!
Did I do that? Moe, Ixie, Ona!
Be on seat! After him!
Se fuerzan rojo. Diverus, I've gotten.
Happy to oblige. I hear you. Mm-hmm.
It is not as easy as it seems to turn a profit in Neketaka. But there is a...
Island folk tend to prefer lighter clothes. Take your time.
Plenty of fish in this. You'll find no...
I've got everything that... Of course. Take your time.
Ahoy there. Any news worth telling? Ugh.
Reckon that's the first time I ever bore witness to my own demise. It was not pretty. Never woke with such a driving need for reaping before. It's making my hands shake. It did for a while, but then it wore off. All this essence I've gathered, it soaked the blessing right up, left me with hardly none. A dream from gone is what it was. I just ain't sure yet what the symbolism. Seems the more souls I gather, the better I see Gone's will. And the less I get a wink of sleep. Night or day, sleep or waking. It's getting harder to tell what's real from what's just yet to come. There is something I'm meant to do, though. Us Gonites, we're supposed to shepherd lost souls, not just gather them. The harvesting's only the first part. If I were to dump the souls, it might make me dream less, like before. Maybe it'd just make it all worse. Either way, I've got to find my purpose. Will you help me, Watcher? I was hoping you might would. Sometimes I feel like, with you by my side, I can stand against gods. It'll need to be a potent source to overpower the draw of my lantern. It's gotta be luminous for sure. That's one problem solved. But what about the itty-bitty issue regarding the god of rebirth not actually being it? The souls will make it safely, but who's to see to their proper reseeding? This is a huge risk of Aora's balance. You really trust Malgrin not to rebirth Aethasians as warriors of the flame? Think Galawain won't be greedy? Gone aside, the god's past actions don't instill me with the greatest confidence. Normally, I'd simply safekeep him until the god of rebirth could return to hell. But... put my flock into the hands of experimenters? How can we trust they'd be successful? Or hell, even to be well-meaning in there and just the thoughts making my shoulders twitch. You sure about this? You're right. What if there's no one left to release the souls from the lantern after the darkness has come and Aora's recovered? The gods will survive, but Kithkind may not. Guess that settles it then. Find me an animancer.
Welcome back. Looking for anything specific?
Ahoy there. Any news? Has she sobered up yet? Or do we need to shake her by her ankles? Coin lost in Queen's Birth tends to stay lost, but I trust you. Matters being what they are, Redora's commission is yours, if you can afford it. That'll be the Iron Thunderer. A cannon well deserved of her name. Maybe she doesn't stand up to Rawatai standards. For 1,000 pyres, she'll crack a hull, scour a sail, or splinter a deck like an imp with something to prove. You will? I mean, you will! Your vessel will spit fire like a worm with a belly full of fire kelp. Ugh.
No problem.
Whoever said a good pair of boots? Of course.
Eh? Got it.
Ach, my little privateer. Well, enjoy the
Real quiet now.
As you wish.
Welcome back, welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you once again. How might I assist you? Certainly, certainly.
Yes, as you wish. What's over there? My eyes are yours. Hmm?
Hey, Shodi. Those dreams of yours, they still getting to you?
I can deal with the dreams, for better or worse. What makes me sweat is the not knowing. What happens when I stand face to face with my God, and he reveals what he intends for me? What if it's not as I thought?
Yeah, I've had thoughts like that for a long time. Except now I'm worried about what he intends for the world.
Whatever it might be, at least we'll face it together.
My eyes are yours.
Captain.
Agrasima, Casita, for taking me on.
You have questions? Kara, I have answers.
I should come clean about something, Captain. Atsura didn't set me loose just so I could stay busy. Fact of the matter is, he gave me a job to— I've got this stack of missives I need to deliver. Noble errand, right? The company has a lot of people working away from headquarters, and Atsura trusted me to get these in the right hands. I hope that isn't a problem. A bit of everything. Shipping manifests, requisitions for supplies. You wouldn't believe how much paperwork it takes to run a navy. Ah, yes. Making good with the locals, paying off bounties. Maybe Aethys did you a favor when he stepped on Cadnua. I didn't actually mean that. Appreciate it, Captain. You'd be doing Atsura and the company. This one's bound for Harama, an acquaintance. Good sailor. And these are for Tuaha, an old friend stationed in Port Mare. You meet some strange types in the Navy.
If you be having a tick, Cap, I'll be thinking that, if I be dragging you into these depths, you deserve the full sounding. When I were a wee swabby, fresh to the sea, it were Romaro that showed me the ropes and rigging. More than that, he, kept his weather eye open for me. The sea be a right poxy ore on occasion, and life aboard the Sorcerer, that and more. Malnash, our ship hunter, she were all, wet and bothered for doing me harm, and Romaro. He protected me. Mentored me too, learned me letters and navigation, handed down the Principe traditions. In time, we became close as kin or closer. And the Sorcerer, my family. Well, only knows, Cap. She treated me like my mere presence gave offense. Right, fantastic fucking question, Cap. Word out we're mutiny. But I'll be putting about as much stock in that as a dockside doxy for man. Well, no, I don't normally be singing no praises of veracity, Cap. But in the matter of Romaro, I'll be hunting the truth. Fair. He be of old Valian stock. A good man and righteous. Not honest, of course, but honourable. Were our shipboard sawbones, and more than one swabby be on the old salter deferral from the wheel. Aye, do right by it, and I won't— Ahoy, Captain! What can I do you for?
How may I be of service, my lord?
Ship life sure is an adventure, ain't it? Just think of all the places we can sail to, all the sights we could see. This is nothing like being stuck on a farm, or cloistered in the back of a temple. Tell me what's on your mind? They're there in my head when I sleep, and sometimes I can taste them on the back of my tongue like a smear of grit. Happens when I take in a particularly volatile... I'm glad we talked.
I join crew. Who worthless now, Arkamir?
I would not have guessed I would find myself back with the Watcher of Cadnua, much less at the Order of Akanta. I know that you did not intend for misfortune to befall me, and I appreciate what you said, and perhaps this time will go better for you. Only have to ask. Good. I have no concerns, Watcher. Where I am assigned is of no concern to me. But I do think the Deadfire can be profitable for the... If the Dukes need me here, I am glad to serve them. Whatever they are up to cannot be good for any of us. At their best, the gods are powerful children. At worst, they are little more than mad beasts taking out their anger on our world. I have little interest in distinguishing which type Eothas is. After we parted ways, I returned to the Republics and reported I failed to complete my mission and had no excuses. The Republics had lost a golden opportunity to trade with the Glanfathens. They exiled me from the Brotherhood, scoured the suns from my breastplate, put me on a ship to raid Ceres. Diverus, I was lucky to escape with my life. I worked as a guard. Caravans, ships, wealthy merchants. I did not discriminate. After my exile, both the years have taken me from the Eastern Reach to the Deadfire. Some would say it is fate that has brought us together again, Watcher. But you must already... It is just luck.
Well, that's it! For God's sake, I can't take it anymore! Oh, I'm seeing red all right, everywhere! And it ain't a passing vision! Palagina, we're gonna have words, you and I. And maybe you'll even apologize.
Little woman making a big noise. When someone takes that tone with me, what follows is not conversation. In the Republics, no one would bat an eye if I cut you from gut to gullet and left you holding your innards in a ditch.
You can throw your threats around in an attempt to avoid this, but it won't work. I want the air cleared, at last and for good. The problem is, this featherhead doesn't know when to stop squawking obscenities about the gods, Watcher. I've been turning a deaf ear for too long, disgracing both myself and my god, ignoring the no-good, sour-sounding, moronic blasphemy that spews out of her mouth.
Per Complanca. Another frail faithed priest has come to mumble tearful protestations because I don't see the world with their blind eyes. I'm sure this will be as fresh as a pasture full of cow droppings. I'm working my way down from active disdain to slight regard. I'd prefer to give the lot of them as little.
The more she disparages the gods, the more she tempts ruin. I can't just let that happen. Besides, her—
Of course you see it as arrogance. You surround yourself with believers. The very idea of disbelief of faith. And little girl, you have no idea what it is like to grow up being godlike. So do not presume to know what it means about my soul or my—
That's why I asked you what it was like. But instead of ever telling me anything, you just give me insults or a cold shoulder. In this, it's her or me, Watcher.
She's devoted her life to giving false comfort to the uneducated and the desperate. Regale her with a round of thunderous applause if you want, Watcher. You'll never hear a word of praise about this religious theater from my—
Sounds like sour grapes, because the Watcher chose the path of righteousness. My side. I don't want to gloat, but... Oh, wait. Yes, I do. Too bad you won't learn much from it. I tried.
What are we standing around for?
Welcome to Sayuka. You are welcome in Sayuka, traveler. As surely as...
No, no, no. How many times must I demonstrate the proper way to greet a visitor?
I say, I must have forgotten again. Will you remind me of the law?
We say clear skies, traveler. Simple, elegant, and no smiling. Do you understand, Greeter Tebe?
Can you repeat it once more? I want to make sure I've got it. Questions, traveler? Sayuka, known to my people as Ribiri, is a colonial outpost of the Royal Deadfire Company.
The island of Sayuka is the Royal Deadfire Company's center of engineering research and development in the archipelago. Our work is directed by Fleet Master Okaya, the youngest Rawatayan ever to hold the title. Best of her class at the Naval Academy in Tokoa, and a brilliant engineer, our Fleet Master.
You forgot to mention the giant sharks, Undersecretary. Akira, I wonder the same every day.
Tebe learns to perform her duties as a Rawatayan might. Her fellow Juana show a lamentable disinterest in the proper way of doing things.
Do not speak about me as if I am not here. Giant sharks, giant coral, giant trees, Akira. The only thing not bigger in Sayuka is us Juana.
Small mercy.
No one knows why things grow large in Sayuka, but there are all sorts of theories. Me? I think Gallowayne smiles on us.
Superstition is unbecoming of a Royal Deadfire Company officer, Tebe.
I say, it's a lucky thing I'm not one then. A career sandal sniffer and busybody, so far as I can tell.
You ungrateful I am the second in command to Fleet Master Okaya, the governor of your piddling little island, and I will not be mocked by a smart-mouthed idler like you!
So I have heard many, many times. You don't know the half of it.
What was that, Greeter Teb?
Surely just the breeze, Undersecretary.
You will call me Sir.
Akira, I certainly will not.
Watcher, I was wondering if I could run something by you. Well, to put it simply, you are. I've tried, but I can't get you out of my thoughts and dreams. You do? I hope that's a good sign then. Or at least tops the you. Forgive my audacity. I know I've got no place to, but I care for you. More than I can rightly say. I was wondering if you might return the sentiment. Why would I believe, or hell even think, the Watcher himself could be interested in me? Wanted it? I'm almost afraid to believe it. That you would want me just as much and fierce. But darned if it doesn't make me so very, very happy. I'm gonna make you so glad you picked me, Watcher. You'll see. You taste like forgotten dreams, like fate. Watcher, I thought you might never ask. There's so much I've longed to try and to see. Let me turn my lantern low. I want nothing but shadows between. That was divine. Surely, Watcher.
Oh, greetings. Might I help you with something? I suppose. I was a proud man once, a gold pack knight. Then I took a job and it went poorly. I could no longer stay with the Order after. In the years since, I have wandered the length of the Deadfire, dedicating my life to self-discipline and abstination from worldly distractions. Well, I am waiting for someone. But I do not know when they will arrive or who they will be when they get here. All I know is that they are a seer, and they seek me. I will not, but it does not matter. I have this amulet here, and I yet draw breath. No, someone is coming for me, and they will know my amulet. I should hope that you do, young man. You would ask an old man to share his wisdom? Well, I suppose I could. Thank you, traveler.
All the wonders of the sea.
What can I do for you? Sayuka? Bit of a backwater if you ask me, but don't tell the fleet master I told you so. This used to be where the fleet would send a person after they'd seen a fellow sailor blown to bits by a cannonball or what have you. That was before those mad druids out in the bog started sending bears and wild cats over the walls, of course. Let me know if you're in the market for something pointy. Everyone's always gotta ask. Not that I blame them. It is a good story. I was seeing this guy. Let's call him
I don't know, Kono. Kono and I had been carrying on a while when I started making noise about wanting to move in. Frightened the boy so bad, he went and joined the Royal Deadfire Company in the middle of the night. Thing is, I'm a deft hand with a throwing knife, and I know my way around 10 kinds of blades. So I followed him into the service. Pulled my weight, got on a good ship. Kono eventually left to go to poetry school or what have you. But I stayed. Haven't heard a complaint yet. Put your eyes on these.